Platform for Labour Action is a non-government organization. It was founded in the year 2000 with the sole aim of protecting and promoting the rights of vulnerable and marginalized workers in Uganda. Platform for Labour Action, we work under three thematic areas, and one of them is human rights and accountability. The other is social protection, research and knowledge management, and the last basically is institutional strengthening. First and foremost, I personally participated in the study, so I informed it. I was just looking forward to seeing the preliminary findings of the study, so that we are able to see what were my other fellow respondents actually speaking about regarding this particular study. So it was very exciting, and even I remember I told the person who interviewed me, I said I look forward to receiving these findings. So that was the first motivator why I participated. Second is labor migration for us is, as an organization, it's very key in our programming, and like I said, it's an area where we also do interventions directly, and therefore it's very imperative that when such discussions are being held, it's important to know what is the data, what is there, what are the good practices, how can we bring some of those good practices into our own programming. And because we are part of the different stakeholders, I'm sure that the research makes different, as we've seen, makes different recommendations going forward that touches the different fabrics of society in ensuring that the women migrant workers are actually protected in their whole process even as they return back. So as being part of that ecosystem, us being in this room is very important. So we want to listen, we want to strategize, we want to agree. And like I said, also PLA does a lot of advocacy. Such research gives us data to inform our advocacy for the next advocacy agenda. At the end of the workshop, I really want to see a very interactive study, that findings that are well documented, because first of all, the entity that is undertaking this study is very key, okay? And this is a study that can be quoted on the African continent, even if it's only focusing on a few countries, but it can be quoted. The good practices, if they are documented here, they can be used, because as you're well aware, we just from the African review of the Global Compact on Migration. And because we are from such a setting, having such data with us as a continent, even as a region, is very, very important to the continent, but also for us. Therefore, I expect that the outcome of this session will further inform this research, and we have a well-crafted, practical, alive, recommendations coming out from this consultative process. We're hoping so that the government should be able to pick on the recommendations and be able to run with them going forward. And not only government, but the different stakeholders, because in the room here we have had the private sector, the government itself, the service providers, the migrants themselves. So we want everyone that, beyond even the government, because all of us, we form a government. Yes, we form a government. So all of us, we work together collectively to run with the recommendations and put them in practice. And also something to note is that the assessment is coming at the right time, because as a country, we are in the process of finalizing our national migration policy. So if our interaction here informs our research very well, I'm sure this research can add another stone on how that particular policy is actually crafted at the end of the day, because it's not too late. Yes, we're in the process, we are moving to cabinet level, but it's not too late to say, hey, we had forgotten this component, but according to the research that has just been concluded, we need to also think about this particular aspect on how, for example, how the issue of reintegration is a very big issue. And I'm sure when I was here, I was telling myself, did we capture that in the national migration policy? Well, is it something that we captured? But hopefully. And there are also so many other policies. For example, the national employment policy is also being reviewed. And as like you heard, there's so many that the government can pick from here today and actually run with them going forward. Anyway, women returnee, first and foremost, I want to say you're not alone. That's number one. You're just not alone. You should know that there are people here and there that are able to support you. So, In case you need support, please reach out. Reach out to maybe your friends or reach out to any government entity. They will hold your hand and lead you to where you get that support. So you're not alone, don't keep quiet. And also seek justice where you feel you are unjustly treated or you feel like you are misled or your rights were violated. Seek for it and indeed you will be supported.